Today we're talking about Jackass, the movie.
Oh, God! Get the time! I told you not to fall off the damn beam!
Do you remember the first thing you saw from Jackass, the TV show?
Urban kayaking, it's a new sport. It's taking over. It's pretty good.
Today, I'm gonna do a little snow surfing.
These guys are probably giving each other concussions in the opening scene of this when they're in that oversized shopping cart.
It's so, dude, the story that Johnny Knoxville tells.
We get out there, my friend's like, I'm not going to shoot you, man. I can't do it. I'm like, well, so I'm like, all right, well, give me the gun.
You can read about it now in Johnny Knoxville's suicide letter.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Cue music.
Hello, I'm Johnny Knoxville. Welcome to Jackass!
Good afternoon. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to BCon. Let's rewind the nostalgia podcast no one asked for. Today we're talking about Jackass, the movie. Which this movie represents what people have called us a lot online, guys. So this was appropriate for us to watch. Let's just kick it straight out of the gate, man. I was at the movie theater. This was prime influence on my concussions as a young child. So, like, in my early 20s, man, I was imitating what I saw on TV. So I was there opening freaking night watching this, dude. Leaf, what about you?
Man, literally the same thing. You and I grew up together, so yeah. Like this was life imitating art in this situation, because like we would like take a lot of influence from these kind of hijinks later on when we worked at the theater together, the movie theater, the D-Gens. For those of you who are had that sort of low, what is it?
Minimum wage paying job.
Minimum wage paying job. You guys like, yeah, like it, like movies. Those are near and dear to our heart, especially me and Chris. Like the Waiting, the movie The Waiting, like Half Baked, like all that stuff. Is kind of like influenced like the nonsense that we lived and did, and Jackass was definitely involved in that.
Varsity Blues.
No, it did not influence me the way I wanted it to.
No.
Could never sell anybody on that whipped cream bikini, not even Leaf.
Except for that one time.
Shadow, what about you, man? Do you remember seeing this in theaters?
Yeah, I definitely saw this in theaters because I was a big fan of MTV, Natural Circus. And then this did evolve into Jackass on MTV, right?
Jackass was before the movie.
But like Natural Circus and then Jackass and then the movie.
Yes, that's correct.
And there was a lot of spin-offs and stuff, obviously, which we'll talk about
and there were
later.
tie-ins early on that kind of formed what Jackass would be, but we'll get into that, man. But this was one of those, going back and watching it, I know, Shadwick, you had a little bit different viewing experience than me and Leaf. I couldn't breathe, not just because of how stupid some of these pranks are, these stunts are, whatever. It just made me remember us trying all of this shit. Like, we, of course, monkey see, monkey do.
Monkey pee all over you.
That rhymed.
We had something at the movie theater called Dumbass Wednesdays, and we would just think of stunts and we would film them. We had my favorite one, I think, was called Homeless Ben-Hur, and we got in those little circular rolling trash cans, and then someone pulled us behind their car, and we had like broomsticks, and we were fighting. Of course, it just ended you just falling and eating shit. But like, anyway, we that whole warning at the very beginning, they did it on wrestling too. They're like, don't try this at home. We're like, I mean, that basically you're daring me. You might as well. It's like,
not me, dude. I tried skateboarding once. I tried rollerblading once.
Well, you're smarter than us.
Yeah.
It was like it's kind of like now, like when I'm an adult, I still experience that. It's like, wife will order some piece of furniture from wherever, and then it's like, you've got to assemble this desk or whatever, and it's like, you need 2 people for this. And I'm like, well, that sounds like a challenge. Actually, I think the last treadmill we got, I was like, you need 2 people to assemble this. And I was like, I do not. And then a broken back later. I'm like, well, maybe I should have had somebody for help. But
you're out there just chunking pieces over across the yard. You're so goddamn mad. Allen wrench.
When I get done, I'm like, man, look at all these extra pieces. pieces they gave me. That was cool of them. I guess these are just extra. Guess what? They're never extra. You did it wrong. That led me over to. I hate this guy.
Why does it never work every time?
Every time I test run it before we get on, it fucking works. And then whoever's got this part, leave that entire thing in. This thing. Anyway, booze of the week, because I saw in Jackass the movie a little bit of booze watch, and I happened to have a friend that left this. I'm going to go back into the High Life again with some Miller High Life. This has been known across many circuits as the champagne of beers. So I'll let you know if it gives me a champagne hangover tomorrow.
Across trailer parks all across the world.
Yeah, they're like, well, you know, champagne of beers, man. So, Leaf, man, what do you got?
Man, I've got a tall boy in honor of the old classics. Dude, it's an Alligator, like 8%.
Oh, nice.
This is Hell's Doppelbock, and I can't say it without thinking of like
save it for Queen Doppelpopulous
from C-Lab 2021, a show which 5 people probably remember.
Oh, dude, which was around this same time though. That's when Adult Swim was launching. Was around. Jackass in his prime, dude. Shattuck, what about you?
Man, I don't know. Whatever it was Leaf just said, it made me think of Yahoo Dunkel, right? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, the old Dunkel.
And man, I can taste it. I wish I had that now, but no, I think I'm going to finish off this Elysian beer tonight.
Nice, dude. That's always that's a good one, man.
Space Dust.
That's a good sipping beer.
Yeah, it's a good. I don't want to get blackout and I have to work tomorrow beer.
Yeah, I don't even like IPAs, and I like that one. That's a really good beer.
But same here.
I like IPAs, but that's just because I'm a snooty bitch. You know who's not a snooty bitch? Our rewinder of the month, Randy.
Randy!
We love you, Randy.
Make love to me, Randy.
I hope you've enjoyed the South Park treatment you've got throughout this rewinder of the week. Again, shout out to Sleepy Dads podcast, who was our brothers that sent him on over, man. So check them out,
please.
And man, Patreon is doing pretty well. So be sure to check out our Patreon. I think we had a little bit of confusion on the recent video that we posted, because I think some people thought that some serious shit was going on with us when we're like.
Hi, I'm Sarah Mycock, please say you'll be the answer for an innocent podcast that's suffering right now.
It's a very serious situation. So
really?
Just know that if we ever post anything, it's fucking a parody and in jest. So,
well, now we can never post anything serious ever.
I know. That's what I mean. Like, we already know. Like, we're like, yeah, the podcast is over, and people will be like, those jokesters. I bet is Sarah McCocken going to be in this? By the way, that was a Shadwick special. For once, I do believe that was AI. Was that AI?
That was AI?
That might have been AI.
That might have been AI, man.
As AI.
Dude, so before we get over into the topic for all of February, man, let's have our homeboy, that movie dork, kick us off, y'all.
Hi, I'm That Movie Dork, and welcome to Jackass the Movie Trivia. If you pay attention to the golf cart sequence, you'll notice that the golf carts look different after the opening. That's because Bam wrecked the first 2 electric ones within minutes, and production had to go out and buy gas-powered ones. The only scenes where Steve-O wasn't high on booger sugar were the scenes in Japan, where he couldn't obtain any. Lastly, when they decided to with Phil's van, fireworks weren't the first choice. They originally wanted to saw it in half, or flip it upside down. Follow That Movie Dork on TikTok, Instagram, or YouTube for more from me about your favorite movies. Back to you, boys.
Shout out That Movie Dork. Check him out, like he said.
So good.
YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. How about that, man? How about the fireworks in the back of Phil's van? That wasn't like what they arrived on. They're like, no, we'll just cut it in half. Like, man, that's no fucking chill, man.
Zero, man.
Jesus Christ, man.
What's that guy up to these days?
Yeah, I think he's fine. I think he's maybe making an appearance on the new one that's coming out, but hopefully he's got all his I heard he's getting his shit together, so good on him, man.
I hope so.
Leaf, man, why don't you go ahead and kick us off with some boring-ass facts?
Absolutely. For those who are uninitiated, Jackass the movie is a 2002 American reality slapstick comedy film directed by Jeff Tremaine. It is obviously a continuation of the MTV series Jackass, the television show, which had already completed its run by the time this film had launched, but it was still very, very fresh in the public's mind. and you could argue still is. As recently, Johnny Knoxville was on the Joe Rogan podcast like 2 weeks ago, and was saying they are filming right now in February.
Yeah, so like I think what was it 2 years ago?
Yeah,
they released the first one they'd released in forever. And I think that was the one where Chris Pontius's dick was like Godzilla or something like that.
Yeah.
When I figured out what was going on in that, I laughed my fucking ass off out of the gate.
Well, you and I went and saw that one together.
Yes.
And I was about to piss myself that entire movie.
We were laughing so fucking hard, man.
It had been so long since I'd seen this one. I fully expected to have the same reaction. But going back, it just did not hit as hard for some reason.
I wonder. You've been sick too, you know. Is everything okay? Is anything you want to say? Air your grievances.
I mean, maybe we should get together and watch this stuff because.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I think
maybe
we talked about that last night, especially stuff like this. Like other movies, Silence of the Lambs probably is not gonna. No, we're not gonna get through it without everybody like every 5 seconds being like precious.
it'll degrade. I think I agree with you. There's some movies we probably do need to watch together but others will just degrade into nonsense.
Yeah, this would have definitely been one, man. So Leaf, let's kind of walk through because you mentioned Jeff Tremaine directed this. Spike Jonze, I think, directed the shows. Maybe even directed part of this movie or came up with creative for the movie. I know he's involved in the show, man. So give us a little brief history here of the Jackass TV show because man. But before we get started with that, I got to ask you guys this. Do you remember the first thing you saw from Jackass the TV show? Because vividly in my mind do I remember.
Hi, I'm Johnny Knoxville, and this is Steve-O. He's getting ready to do the goldfish trick.
Like he's like Steve-O swallowed the goldfish and puked it up, and it was still alive or whatever. I don't know for whatever reason that seared in my brain, and I remember that like the first episode that Jackass debuted.
Dude, I just remember someone eating shit doing some type of a skateboarding stunt.
There's a lot of that. Yeah, for me. It is 100%. I don't know why I gravitated towards this. Bam Margera beating his dad.
Come on, man. I gotta go to work. Stop it.
I don't know why I thought that was so just a compilation of just like him running up and just punching. And they had this game where they would just like punch each other. You see his dad like firing back.
Well, yeah, he's trying to get him off mainly, but he's like, man, knock it off. He's going crazy.
And he would do it randomly.
I was going to wait until we talked about that segment of the movie, but
that
was ongoing from the TV show. I believe.
If I had done that with my dad, there would have been like there would be no repairing that relationship because he would have beat my narrow ass to death.
There would be no podcast.
He'd have fired back.
There would be no Shadwick.
Which I'm glad you actually brought that up, Shadwick, because I think the people and maybe some people in the podcast listening sort of feel that way about Jackass because there was a group of friends that was sort of like this show for a lot of people in television was hit or miss. Like there's a lot of people like, man. If they fucking did that to me, dude, and they ran up and pranked me like that, hit me like that, dude, I'd knock motherfucker out. I'd fuck him up, bro. Fuck her up. Fuck up and find out, bro.
And we all have fucking 1,000 friends like that. If that happened to me in public, I'll tell you what, I'd be like, you would have cried and pissed your pants? Yeah, that's what you would have done.
But for whatever reason, it didn't, like, that kind of prank show style show was, like, didn't hit for them, man. Like, it was just, and it was really, but for us, like, it was just all about comedy, and we didn't see sort of any animosity in most of the things they did. It was just
this grew to we'll start about the beginnings here, but this grew to where they had like Brad Pitt was on Jackass.
Oh, man.
Like big movie stars were appearing on here and having fun with these dudes. Like it became a cultural phenomenon.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, I think they did like a kidnapping thing with Brad Pitt or some shit, like where he like ran away or something shit like on the streets or something. Like it was
stars started like showing up because they wanted to be a part of this. But the Jackass TV show obviously is the same as the movie. It's just like sort of skits, slapstick. It was a media franchise created by Jeff Tremaine, Spike Jonze, and obviously the lead creative artist Johnny Knoxville. after MTV had ended the Jackass television show in 2002, it just exploded. It had a lot of spinoffs like Wild Boys and Viva La Bam.
Yeah.
And it spawned, obviously, 6 feature films, probably about to be 7. I think Johnny Knoxville announced in the interview with Joe Rogan that they're filming right now in February for Jackass 5, I think it is.
Joe Rogan?
I think 6.
Joe Rogan?
6?
Sponsor our podcast.
Yes, Joe Rogan, please.
Right? So in the interview, like with Joe Rogan, Johnny Knoxville actually was like talking about how Jackass, like it's like was created, and obviously Johnny Knoxville from Knoxville, Tennessee. Shout out Tennesseans. That's where he was born. He moved to California, obviously, to become an actor, but instead he just, in classic Johnny Knoxville fashion, just like sat around and drank and partied in California. Didn't really do anything. But unfortunately for him, his wife contracted KID.
The worst of
all STDs.
Dude, you can't ever get rid of that.
No, that one never goes. 18 years. She got him for 18 years. So realizing he had a daughter on the way, he realized he's like, man, I got to start getting my shit together. And so he began
doing death-defying
So I was going to start giving myself concussions.
No, he was like, I realized I had to get my life together. You can read about it now in Johnny Knoxville's suicide letter.
Basically, dude. So he decided he wanted to be a writer. Like he wanted to write, and so he started. He had an idea. He wrote some articles and stuff like, and he had a specific article that involved him like testing self-defense equipment on himself, and he started using like tasers and stun guns was his like idea, and then he finished like basically shooting himself with like a 38 like into a bulletproof vest that he was wearing, and obviously like a lot of people were interested in this article because it was crazy, but they were passing on a lot of it because like they just didn't want like a guy shooting himself.
Well, it's like an
just
article too, right? Like it's a little different when you see what's going on.
But he had to do it for it to get the experience and write it. And so a bunch of magazines were passing on it, except because of the danger, except for one. A Big Brother magazine was a skateboarding magazine, actually owned by Larry Flint, by the way.
That's a lot of boxes checked on that one.
Of Hustler fame. The main editor was Jeff Tremaine.
Okay.
He heard Johnny Knoxville's idea, and they both were like, he was like, dude, why don't you film this? And so, dude, the story that Johnny Knoxville tells is so funny.
Well, my buddy was supposed to shoot me. We get out there, and my friend's like, I'm not going to shoot you, man. I can't do it. I'm like, well, so I'm like, all right, well, give me the gun.
Where he had to like, he bought the cheapest like bulletproof vest.
Yeah, dude. And I think he said he didn't even test it before he put it on.
No.
Dude, like I said, you can read all about it.
He said it was so. He said it was so cheap. He was sticking Hustlers underneath in case it didn't work. So hopefully it would slow the bullet, dude. It's absolutely insane.
And Hustler was a quality magazine, so you know that would maybe stop a bullet. So.
Absolutely,
especially if it was a used Hustler. There's a little added adhesive on there.
That goo will stop a lot of things. That goo will stop a career.
They filmed the stunt, obviously, and it started to gaining traction. And at the same time, Bam Margera was filming stunts and pranks and skateboarding skits with his friend, his little group called CKY, also known as Camp Kill Yourself.
Right.
For those who don't know.
But that's what was genius about this. They weren't the only ones because skate videos had been around for a while. They kind of died off. But like this was a merger between like the up and coming punk rock scene.
A merger or a murder?
A murder
Both,
between
actually.
the upcoming punk rock scene and like skating again. So like they were getting soundtracks from bands, sometimes big bands, like of them skating on these videos. But I think they found out quickly, much like NASCAR, people are just sticking around waiting for a car wreck. They just kind of were like, hey, like let's give them what they want. And then like you said, that kind of lined up with what Knoxville was doing. Yeah. And they just had, it's all these different groups from across America that kind of hodgepodged and filmed this. They weren't even filming together for the first couple seasons of Jackass.
No, they weren't. It was just like all these skits filmed separately, like kind of smashed together. And so you can see all of the ingredients sort of coalescing here. You had the skateboarding magazine where you got a lot of the BMX pros and the skateboarders and the musicians, like the punk rock artists, and all those people taking interest in it. And then, of course, like Bam Margera's group, people were there filming home videos of them harassing their family and pulling pranks on people. And all this sort of just smashed together and coalesced into what you got, which is like just this mishmash of punk rock, self-harm, prank video, skating.
Tom Green crawled so Jackass could walk.
Yes.
Is what happened. Like, it's
true.
Yeah, because Tom Green was before this. So.
Tell me. Go ahead.
Johnny Knoxville, he talks about how, again, on that Rogan, our sister network, Joe Rogan, he talked about how he never cared about stuff that was going to hurt him. Like, if he thought he was going to break an arm or whatever, it's like, it never bothered me.
Yeah.
And I do not have that fucking mentality.
Neither did Joe Rogan. He said the same exact thing in the interview because I watched it too, Shadwick, and he had that. And it just really goes to show you that a lot of people filming this, they're like, are they crazy? The answer is yes.
Yeah,
absolutely,
well, I mean,
they are crazy.
It elicits a reaction, and there's like an art to it too. Because look, if Johnny Knoxville gets tased and he falls and he just no-sells it and gets up, like, it's not funny. When he's laughing maniacally and screaming at the same time, they're selling like professional wrestling. Like, don't get me wrong, it hurts, but they're doing a performance, and so like if you don't do that, it's not funny. Them laughing at themselves getting hurt that's what I did too. Like when me and Leaf growing up with this kind of shit, anytime I'd like fall and smash my head, like we would laugh our asses off, or Leaf fell out of his wheelchair. Like it was like people are looking on in horror and I'm double over on the floor and I can't like get up because I'm laughing so hard.
Yeah.
Like
you smack your head, you laugh, and you throw up, and you laugh again, you pass out and don't wake up.
Chris was like, we were at church and we were playing basketball. I don't know why I was in my car, but Chris like dove for the basketball to like, I guess, keep it in bounds, and he like slid across the pavement, hit his head like on the curb, and he was just, his face was like shocked for a minute, and I start laughing. He looks at me for like a moment with a shocked look, and then he starts like busting out laughing. It was the most horrific biff I'd ever seen up until that point. I was like, God, dude, are you
okay?
okay?
What it was, man. Yeah, I mean that's what this kind of spawned. This stuff was.
Well, it's the old like laugh to keep from crying thing, right?
Yeah, 100%, man, and that's what these dudes corner. But MTV, you know, Johnny Knoxville obviously pretty attractive dude and knew what he was going to do, so he was destined for Hollywood pretty quick.
He was.
And the other guys, like you said, got spin-off shows and all that kind of stuff. But it's just crazy that how this all came to be, and still we're talking about it, you know, 30 years later.
I want to get your take on this because like it made me think of something when I was watching the Joe Rogan interview, because Johnny Knoxville's like in his 50s. Like, and like he still has, you could look at him, he still has that same kind of like, you know, self-destructive, you could argue, nature, where he's excited to start filming again and do some of these like dangerous things, which Johnny Knoxville's far over his concussion quota. As he's mentioned a lot of times.
Even in Jackass 1.
I looked it up, and evidently, do you know how many he's had, Chadwick?
No, I don't.
Steve Young numbers?
7?
It said 16, but probably 16. More.
Yeah, I think Steve Young got diagnosed. I want to say it was like in the teens that he was diagnosed with. Yeah. Remember, that's the ones that these guys were like so bad that they like had to go to the hospital and shit. So
yeah, like where you had to
probably multiply that by 4 or 5.
These guys are probably giving each other concussions in the opening scene of this when they're in that oversized shopping cart.
Yeah, which we're about to get to.
Punch another.
But my question, I guess, to Chris was, like, I wonder if this is the same thing that is in wrestlers, like older pro wrestlers, where you'll see them, you know, like you'll see like every now and again, Ric Flair's like 80 years old, still trying to slap his chest and like do some things, and you're just like, dude, stop. Like, stop, dude. Like, why can't you quit? And I wonder.
With Ric Flair, that's a bad example because Ric Flair actually died in that plane crash in the 70s, and he's just been a zombie ever since. Which explains why he's a total asshole. So, He can't help it. It's just he died in the 70s.
That's a
the
bad
brain is
example.
slowly rotting away. It's not his fault. It's just modern science hasn't caught up to it. But to answer your question, yes, there's a performance piece in this, right, man? So like these dudes are getting the same dopamine dump that like professional wrestlers do when, you know, someone cheers for them when they do something, or like, you know, someone says their catchphrase in public and everybody cheers when a guy's like, you know, in his 70s a wrestler, and they're like Flair woos and people woo back. That's like, that means something to him, that makes him feel a certain way.
It's so important to them. It's like they don't care if they have to go back and start risking their bodies, which the older you get.
I think it's just the adrenaline dump. Like for these guys, you get a rush doing that stunt. And when you come up and your leg's not broken, you're maybe a little bit hurt, but you look over and your buddy's doubled over. I mean, like, it's like us hanging out, right? Like, if you tell a joke and then, like, you know, in the podcast, like, you guys, we have to cut a lot sometimes because, like, all of us will be doubled over laughing. Dude, that's an awesome feeling when you pop a joke that, like, makes everybody lose their shit, right? Yeah. And this is their version of that. Right. So I think that's why. It's just a performer.
It's true. It's mixed with action stunts. I've seen Ben Margera like recently skateboarding and stuff, like doing some videos, and I'm like, I don't know how old he is. He's pushing 50, I'm sure. And like it's something inside you. You just don't want to ever let go. And I guess the older I get, the more I sort of sympathize with that too. You're just kind of like,
that's why we're lucky we played music instruments. We can do that shit till we're 80.
Right. I mean, definitely anything that you do like physical when you're younger. You know, with any kind of longevity, once you start getting older, you start, you know, slowly losing the ability to do it, and it's fucking tough to let it go.
Dude, it is, yeah. Because you always, I mean, that's like wrestlers, right? The whole wrestler thing. That whenever someone retires, someone's always like, you know, I always think I got like one more match left in me, and I'll see some of these dudes that are basically wheelchair bound, and they're like, I think I could figure out a way to get one more match out of me or whatever, and it's like, damn. I mean, I get it. Like, I mean, we all...
Sometimes I still dream of glory, Dick.
Well, sometimes dreams can turn into nightmares, Lou.
What's your problem?
Dude, let's go over... Let's hit this cast up. We'll just run through them, and whoever's editing this part, you don't have to put everybody's picture. Just do a group photo.
Yeah. We got... absolutely. We got, obviously, Johnny Knoxville, one of the main stars. Bam Margera, his family, April, Phil, and his brother Jess Margera. We got Steve-O in the movie, Chris Pontius, Ryan Dunn, R.I.P. I believe he's the only one that's passed away as of this recording currently.
I completely forgotten that he passed away.
Yeah, it's a tragic story, but one of the we'll talk about it soon enough. One of the standout characters in this
is Ryan Dunn.
Ryan Dunn.
I thought he was one of the funniest ones. Yeah,
Jason Weeman Acuna, the little person in very standout. Obviously, the fat guy, Jason Preston. Preston Lacey. Excuse me. Yeah,
Preston always in his underwear and a fucking wife.
They always put him in.
I always think he looks like Meatloaf.
Dude, he does. He looks like his name was Robert
Paulson.
Robert Paulson. They never miss a chance to try to show you his ass.
Dude, no joke.
Every time. Preston Lacey, Dave England, Aaron McGehee, Brandon DiCamillo, Chris Rabb, aka Rab himself, Rakeon, Loomis Fall, actually, drummer for the punk band Wax. Chris and I had a conversation about him as one of the punk musicians, and a lot of these guys are skateboarders too. Rick Kosick, Manny Puerch, Stephanie Hodge, and Jason J2 Rasmus rounds out the cast.
And dude, this one, the movie opens up. The only way for us to do this is basically the thing that we said we never wanted on the podcast was, hey, remember when? That's basically how you have to remember these skits. So we'll remind you of what happened, give any background we have on them. But this thing opens up with this giant shopping cart. And the rumor I found was this was in some movie from the 50s, and I could never find confirmation on it. So we're, of course, just going to assume it's fact. Yes. They found it on the lot. It was used for a movie in the 50s, and they were like, let's just grab that and then film this opening scene. It was just kind of a, hey, let's just throw it together. And this epic. They open up. They're all in an oversized shopping cart, just beating the absolute shit out of each other, which is a great way for this thing to start
in slow motion. It's going downhill. And please tell me those air guns are blown out like styrofoam blocks.
They have to be, because they would have been dead if they weren't. That probably led them to some cuts and some scratches. And
I started to say they look.
Speaking of scratch, that leaves me with a shit stuck in my head this week.
Oh no!
Scratch! Scratch! Oh my stars, for the love of Liza!
Dude, shout out to Edward Barbanel for that. He was in freaking. He's funny in that movie. He is funny as shit in Workaholics, man.
I forgot about that movie.
Yeah. Oh no, we'll be covering that one. We're gonna do that for show, man. But
dude,
scratched his CD in clear daylight, man.
In clear daylight, man.
Old Johnny Knoxville in the ringer, man. So
yeah, one of the only guys to, I guess maybe the only Jackass started transitioning into actual film.
Yeah,
so like Chris said, Johnny Knoxville sort of like just this boy. He has this personality that he's one of the boys, but for some reason, like he has like a lot of creative talent. Again, there were writers on this that
I really enjoyed the Dukes of Hazzard movie he was in.
Yeah. Dude, the one with The Rock walking tall, like I thought he did solid in that. Men in Black, like he's been in a ton of shit.
He did that one with Arnold, The Last Stand, right?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, he's done a ton.
The Ringer, which is what that clip was from, the movie The Ringer, was probably one of the funniest over-the-top comedies I've ever seen. And it stars Johnny.
It's funny as shit, man.
Really freaking good comedy.
And that one could have gone really wrong a lot of ways, and they found a way to reel that one in. So
he made it. It's funny, dude. So, well, yeah, we'll be doing that one as well. But here they are in this big shopping cart. It's sort of like, you're introduced to everybody. I hate it. I know it's so lowbrow, and I mean, I realize the whole thing of Jackass is lowbrow. But like when they like punch each other in the back of the head or like hitting each other, like it always makes me laugh because it's like, why are they just hitting each other?
Why are they doing that? Like, but it's. You can't help it. You can't help but laugh, man.
It's funny every time that they're just messing with each other, just perpetually, man. It just reminds me of youth. I don't know why.
Oh yeah, I think that's why we laugh so hard at this. Like I said, we had our dumbass Wednesdays where we were doing stunts. That was when I was, I think I just started doing pro wrestling on top of that. So like I was all stunt, tuck your chin, ready for anything. Like let's rock and roll.
You were so young. Like even being in a wheelchair, like I was willing to do anything. Like I did not care. I risked it all a lot of times just to we come up with random ideas of dumb things to do. And I mean, we're gonna talk about it as we go forward because this is our chance to
this one actually just it just ends with them again. It's just the intro.
Hello, I'm Johnny Knoxville. Welcome to Jackass.
And they have some of them have helmets on and shit, but anytime you see them fall and hit pavement, man, always watch elbows and heads, knees, elbows, and heads, because that's what's eating shit. A couple of them land on their shoulder,
or their tailbone. I watch that too. When you see their neck snap back.
Yeah, dude, it's at our age, man. We're one broken hip away from being in the home. So it's like our maybe not Leaf, but me and Shadwick, Leaf is just another day in the office. But this next skit, or the first actual skit, is this freaking rent-a-car crash-up derby with Johnny Knoxville, and it shows him go in, and he signs away the whole hey man, we're not I'm not gonna do the insurance. I'm gonna cover this under my own insurance. And you have no idea what he's doing. He actually takes the rental car to a shop.
Well, here's an extra $1.
I never noticed this part before. I don't know why, but they reinforce it for demolition derby and shit. Then they paint a Dale Earnhardt 3 on the side or some shit, and then it just cuts and he's in a demolition derby in a rental car.
I guess we didn't reinforce the windshield. That fucking missed me by that much.
And again, it's just fucking with people. I don't know why every time he's laughing his ass off the entire time.
They're crashing into him.
And he has like a really infectious laugh too.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
like,
and he's
like
got
that makes you laugh.
Oh yeah, and he's got 2 blow-up dolls in the back. Like,
yeah, man, one of them stacked.
Yeah. And so he goes through. His car is basically. I think they have it towed back. And he drops the car off, and then these guys don't know what to do, which is again is always the funny reactionary.
They see
Tom
the car,
Green part of it. Yeah.
Yeah, they see the car and it's like smoking and like basically and he's
like a cartoon.
Johnny Knoxville's just like, yeah, I want to go and return the car. And they're like, bro, it's completely destroyed. And he's just like, well, I don't know. Like he's acting like he doesn't know what happened.
And he's just like, he's like, I blacked out drinking.
Oh, yes! Never jumped out of a moving car before.
I was telling Chris off air, like I was laughing harder last night on the rewind. That I was laughing at the stuff that he was saying. More than the stunts. Like he's talking to these guys. He's like,
I don't want to get stuck with the whole charge of it.
Well, you are going to get stuck with the entire thing.
Well, I don't think I should. I think you guys should help.
Why would you? And they like show him defiantly. They're like, no, you decline the insurance here or whatever. And he's just like,
well, that's just paperwork.
That's just paperwork. And he's like walking out. He's like, well, I'm gonna go out here. You guys can figure it out. And then he just grabs his blow up dolls and
starts to run like across the street. He's like escaping, and they start to chase him, and they're just like, bro, it's. Shadow's right. Like I love like really confusing, awkward moments. That makes me laugh when people are confused about what's going on, and like that was pure comedy gold.
And this is a more or less like a skit. Like it goes on for a while. You have your funny thing, and the things that started making me laugh now on the rewatch are when they cut to like it used to do this on the show. It'd be like a random stunt, so it cuts, and it's just somebody I forgot who it is. If it's Bam or whoever, they got a helmet on. They're running down a bowling alley with a skateboard, and they just dive on a lane in front of somebody or whatever.
What's funny to me is like, they work this stuff out ahead of time, like what they're going to do.
Right.
But then there's always someone that does something that
no
one else.
Them. Yeah.
So like this dude was on his stomach on the skateboard going down, and somebody comes up behind him. The guy on the skateboard has no idea, and throw a fucking bowling ball in his nuts.
Which dick shots are never not funny, man. I mean, even at a young age, we think something my dad told me a long time ago. It's like farts, and when people get hit in the crotch, it's always going to be funny no matter what.
Is that it, Dad? Did the penguin tell you to do this?
Time tested. So this one's just a pretty quick one. We'll kind of skip over the muscle stimulator. I've done this one before, and that one sucks.
Yeah. So I don't know if you guys remember. I think it's like '93. There was a movie came out, Dragon, the Bruce Lee story.
Yes.
Jason Scott Lee. Great movie actually, but there's a scene in that where he has one of these, and he's got it on his pecs, and he's like 20 minutes is like doing 200 push-ups. Or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
So someone in high school had one of those, and we came up with this gag where people that didn't know. They'd come over and we'd tell them like, yeah, dude, it's like a great workout, but you have to have tension on your chest. So we'd have them, put their hands on the counter and like get like a 45-degree angle and put pressure. And then
turn it on.
And as soon as you do that,
and Shadow's like,
like a cartoon.
I think I'm a bit concussed.
Dude, I'm sorry. That it's a throwaway again, like Chris says. There's a lot of and it's like echoing the show. There's a lot of that at the show. There's stuff, they would film so much stuff that, like, even at the end of the film, there's sort of like a B-roll of stuff they didn't use, which was hilarious.
And one of the things I found out, this was the only one that didn't have a 0.5. Like they all have, like it'll be like Jackass 2.5 or 3.5 because they had all this additional footage. They figured out like, kind of like we have our outtakes or whatever, except for they have hours and hours and hours. So they're like, why not monetize it? Like we'll release a 2.5, 3.5, and people go buy it.
They did that with the DVDs too. When the TV show came out, at this point in time, the show had ended, but they still had tons and tons and tons of content they didn't
MTV
release.
just kept like releasing. I remember there was like one like where it was like cut in between scenes, and one dude just gets slapped in the face with a fish, and then it's like it's literally 5 seconds. It's like cuts. Fish slaps a dude in the face, people laugh, and then it cuts to like the next skit or whatever. And that shit floors me for some reason. Those quick cuts, I don't know why. Like every time.
You have to remember too that like a lot of this was censored. So this movie was the first time they were like, okay, you can do pretty much anything you want to, and the DVDs was their excuse that to release stuff that you wouldn't work on television.
I like the little fucking blurb like on Jackass and wrestling. We're just as a society, it's like, don't try this at home. We're like, that's good enough.
It's like
they told them not to do it.
Yeah,
it's like on South Park where they're going on to the adult side, and it's like,
if you are under 18, do not. Well, okay.
Yep, exactly. That's what it is, man.
Dude. The muscle stimulator at one point in time, they had it attached to a guy's balls, dude. Like
that was Pontius, always Pontius with the balls, and he's like doing this fucking jumpy dance or whatever. But the next one is Preston on a bench, and this is just a people watching to see like what they do. So Farley was afraid of it. The fatty falls down, goes boom or whatever, and makes everybody laugh. In this scenario, this is really funny.
How you doing?
So like he just falls off a bench. People are like, "Oh my god!" Or some people see it and just keep walking and don't help, which is sometimes funnier than the ones that do help.
I mean, like the bench breaking and dumping him is funny. But he splits his pants too.
Yeah, and it's like, and he has no underwear on, so it's just bare ass.
And then he ran for the touchdown, bare ass.
And then he's just like, he like actually spreads the whole worst when he turns around. He's like, oh god, and that makes me laugh
like
when he
runs off. Or
he's
whatever.
trying to act as if it's like a big shock to him. For some reason, the bad acting makes me laugh even harder because you can't tell. But man,
Dude, so the next one is the golf cart destruction derby, which that movie dork touched on. I guess Bam in the very first scenes just fucking destroyed him on the first thing he wanted to do, and they had to go get some more. But this is one of the ones, Knoxville got fucked up in this one, and he got fucked up bad, and he literally like almost died. And you get your fucking music playing, and it's pretty funny. They're just hitting each other. Like Bam's fucking crazy and never slows down for anything, and so like people are jumping like sand traps and shit. And this one, he jumps it. There's like a pig or something on there that they're trying to, I think, jump over.
Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? Get over here. Help him. Medic! No. Don't.
He lands and it tilts to the right, and
it nearly rolls over him completely.
Dude, if his head, like if that thing had landed on his head, like that's a fucking wrap on Knoxville. Like, and he's just like out.
I gotta say, my cousin had an electric golf cart when we were 12, 13, and they had couple acres at his dad's house, and we would ride that thing around like full speed. Had a little track pretty much all the way around the property, and we turned it over several times.
I bet that's scary the first time.
It's scary every time.
Is it?
Yeah, because we're never meaning to do it.
Oh yeah.
It's
it
just like,
happens, dude.
It's just like you like get in a curve and you hit a little bump or something.
Just let me do one bump, get my head straight.
And then it's over.
And then you're just, you tip over, but you weren't actually launched in the air off a ramp when it happened. So,
No.
There's scenes where the guys getting flung off the roof, like they're hanging on the sides. Like it's absolute pandemonium. They're laughing. It looks
shot
so
pretty
fun,
well,
man.
too, because I know that like the people that this isn't like idiots going out with a camera. Like there's purpose to these shots. There's purpose to, like, with the guy on the roof, you see them going and they're hitting something, so they stop. You don't know the dude's on the roof, and then just out of your view you see somebody like fly in the frame or whatever. Like, that shit's funny, man. Like, and it's just they knew what they were doing in this.
You got Party Boy in Japan, which I was wondering last night when I was watching it. I didn't know if they were in like a certain part of like New York City or what, but
No,
so
they
it
went
was
to
actually Japan.
Yeah,
It
they
was
went over
actually
to Japan, and this is what Leaf. You can jump in on this because Leaf went to Japan, and the best part about this, Leaf, what did you say is like they are just rule followers through and through.
Yeah, I can tell like a really quick story about this. Like they obey the rules. Nobody like if you're like crossing traffic and the light is red, no Japanese person born and raised there will cross the street when it's on red. Like no one will do it, to the point that there's stories of someone like being injured or having a heart attack like across the street, and the police are like running to like help, and they'll actually like pause and wait for the light to turn green before they'll like even in an emergency situation. They are completely like go along to get along society, obey the rules at all costs, no exceptions. And so to watch Jackass, like the group run through and just break a lot of the rules, like, and I just want to caveat this because I know like nowadays like there's a lot of shit tier streamers that will go and like purposely do this. Like this was like one of the first times, and a lot of times they got permission for the things that they did. And
at least for the stores,
I don't know, for some reason, maybe
I did find out though, just to jump off that, back then, if you filmed in Japan, you did not have to get consent to use them in your movie.
Right.
So here, if they got their face blurred out, they wouldn't sign the waiver. Over there, apparently, for whatever reason, the Japanese laws were different so they could use. That was another like I think how they sold them paying for the trip was like,
yeah.
Hey, we don't have to worry about any of these releases, so if we get something good, it's fucking good.
It's ours.
We don't have to worry about it being ruined because someone won't sign a release.
Exactly. So the rules are much different now. Like now the Japanese laws, like you can't film anyone in public without their consent. But so it's sort of like that. They got in on the ground level, and they go out and do. And I realize like I was kind of defending them a little bit, but I don't know, for some reason it seemed more innocent than the people going over there now,
Dude,
like causing trouble.
I've seen the shock dudes on like that do the stuff now, and it's just like it's not anywhere close to what was happening in the 90s. Like
no,
it's not any good.
Yeah, you're not Tom Green with Undercutter's Pizza. Like
we're here to undercut the other guy.
Where you would tell him the toppings, and you had the toppings in a tackle box, and he was beating the other pizza guy to somebody's doorstep to sell them a pizza at a cheaper price.
They were just standing there causing a fight and an argument. That's just genius. Yeah, it's not this. It's
that's
not
what I mean though. Like this other shit is just like them freaking out in public and seeing people look at them, and they're like, "Oh, that's funny," and I'm like, "Is it?"
I do want to say though, Chris loves Party Boy shadowing.
Why?
Dude,
really?
Oh, I can't. I don't know why. Chris Pontius just has a special place in my funny bone, and it's because it was funny the first couple of times I saw this, like on the show. But when it just cuts and I see him in the party board get up and he's in the store, like I immediately lose my shit because I know it's coming. And this dude that's the store guy trying to help him buy a stereo is not gonna be down with it, and he's not. And he even like. As he started, he's just like, I like this music. Kind of makes me want to party. And then he like rips his shit off. He's always in a thong, and he's dancing towards the dude. And then the policeman's like trying to move him, and he steals the policeman's hat and puts it on and is dancing with it and shit. I don't know, man, dude. Party Boy, sign me up. That shit is funny to me. I guess it's just especially in Japan, because they're just putting their head down, like trying to get the fuck away as quick as they can, and he's just thrusting his crotch at them as they're going.
You can talk about like the other Party Boy scenes here too, because like it's throughout the film. But like,
he does one at a fortune teller, which, by the way,
I didn't know I was doing a podcast with a couple of meat gazers.
You get 3 cakes, all right?
Nah, man, the fortune teller, I did read, like, when the fortune teller says whatever he says to him in Japanese, he's asking him if he speaks Japanese, and Fonnies is like, yeah. like answers in English, and that's why the guy starts laughing. And then like as like he starts like that, he just does the same shit again.
He
where
tries to get away. Watching people try to get away because he's awkwardly like thrusting, and he's like his package is bulging like right in front of him. It's so terrible. And then of course in the cutscene at the very end, dude, like there's a Japanese guy in a phone booth, like
and the guy has nowhere to go. He just drops the phone and runs because a crazy American in a thong is near him. Again, like I don't know, man. We'll jump over this one a little bit because there's some of these that are just like cringe to the max. The alligator nipple bite was cringe to the max. Like
I guess that had to have been like an afterthought. Like they were probably there for the alligator tightrope.
Yep. Yeah, 100%.
And Johnny Knoxville's like, how bad could it be?
Yeah, and he found out.
Oh, you little bastard.
I like that he doesn't. He. I guess they told him don't pull on it, don't move, and he doesn't. He just stands there and like takes it, and he's like get him off, like for the love of God. They do that. They do this alligator tightrope with Steve-O, who can't walk a fucking tightrope.
At the end of the bit, he says, "It's the first time I ever tried."
He said, "I didn't think it would be too hard."
He's got basically a jock strap on, and he's on. That's it, and shoes, and it's just completely full of alligators beneath it. This is like some shit that probably you're not going to get away with today.
No,
from anyone, animal rights people that own alligator farms.
I don't think they would agree to this, or they
your
could.
Insurance company is probably not going to sign off on you putting a raw chicken hanging from your jock strap so the alligator can bite it.
Again, throwback to the y'all should watch the Joe Rogan podcast. Like when Johnny Knoxville was like, they actually had to insure. The whole movie couldn't be insured for any reasonable price. So they actually insured it like skit by skit, like as they went along.
They had a couple that they got, I forgot which ones. There's a couple that just got kiboshed because it would have doubled the budget for some of them. So they had to just like ditch the idea.
If you have it on you.
So the next one, man, is Bam fucking with his family, which was always kind of funny on the show. This one is like taking it up to the highest degree you can, seemingly. Mm-hmm. But like, do you remember when he set up like snuck an entire like band into his parents' bedroom, like a heavy metal band?
I do.
They started
and he's
playing.
Like, he's got like a bedpan or like and he's like hitting his dad with it and like hitting himself with
screaming, and while the band is just loud as shit in there. Anyway, so this was a play off that. So when you see him sneaking up in the dark, like you're already laughing if you watch the show because you're like,
freaking love this, man. Like I love when he harasses his family. For some reason, I can't get enough of it.
Same here. And so he sets off these fireworks, and of course, like his mom is freaked the fuck out. His dad, like you hear the smoke alarm going off. Like I'm sure the neighbors are stoked.
I'm sure they are. The favorite scene is like as the fireworks are going off, they've set cameras upside, like outside, and you can see this like Bab's parents' room is just like full. It's explosions going off in the house.
And there again, my dad got pissed because I was laughing too loud watching Mallrats.
Dude, same.
At 2:30 in the morning.
Dude, same. Yeah, we would have had a little bit different punishment than this one, man. But so he goes from that to now he's gonna booby trap his dad's Phil's van. With fireworks.
Yeah.
And the best part about this is like it goes off. They have cameras set up everywhere, so you get the inside shot, outside shot. And his dad like comes out and he's like not mad that his son just set up fireworks in the house and in the van, but he's like, I got to get to work, man. Like he's still worried about going to work or whatever. It's like,
yeah, he always calls him
Phil
crazy.
seems like a good dude.
He always seems so nice, dude. He never really he wouldn't have like Shadwick said, it was the death of any one of us if we had done something. But he had this like strange relationship with his father, which like I don't even know how you end up with a dad like that, because I definitely wouldn't be that dad, and my dad was not that dad. But like he had a unique relationship with his entire family, who just tolerated his nonsense. And dadgummit, it was funny, man. Like watching him harass them consistently was just never got old to me.
Yeah, same here.
I don't know why, and you guys put me on blast for saying it, but I always thought his mom was kind of hot for some reason.
Same. I don't know why.
Man.
Yeah. I don't mind.
Yeah, there was something there, maybe.
It's like it's like the mom in A Christmas Story.
Yeah,
like, there's just something about it.
There's something there. Yeah, I'm with you. Especially when she said "fuck," I was like, "Ooh."
Is that thing real?
Yeah, there's a little bit of dirty in you, lady.
I don't mind it so much.
Yeah. This next skit actually kind of spawned, I believe, the what was it?
Bad Grandpa.
Bad Grandpa series. This is when they put the old man makeup on Knoxville and Spike Jonze, and this is just kind of a montage of them on. This is kind of to Shadwick's point, them saying lines opposed to the stunner funnier.
Yeah.
When Spike Jonze is screaming down the hill about his brakes are out. And he's flying, dude. And he's like, my brakes don't work. And then
Dude, I was thinking last night, like, one sharp turn and he's going to eat shit.
He shit too. I don't care. Like, yeah, dude. And he's screaming like, my brakes don't work. And he gets to the bottom, and the kid's like, Are you? He's like, yeah, none of it works. Can you push me to the top so I can do it again?
And he's like on a public street. Like, this isn't like a closed set. Like at any point in time, a car could have careened into him. Like,
I'm sure they hopefully blocked some shit off to do that, but it didn't look like it because it looked pretty fucking busy.
People were wandering around and confused. Like, it was.
Dude.
And so there's a various amount of skits for this.
Right. The one that's the best, like we said, we have the losing control, the old man passes out on the scooter. You have Johnny Knoxville lifting weights and, freaking people out in the gym. This shit when he's shoplifting, this one got me pretty fucking bad. Like, and he's stealing just nonsensical shit like
bananas and a trophy.
Yeah, a trophy. The guy starts yelling at him, and he's like, "What's in your pocket?"
Yeah, he's just shoving stuff in his like members only jacket.
He asks him, he's like, "What's in your pocket?" He's like,
"That's all me. All of this. All of that. Me. What is this bullshit?"
That's how you treat an old man.
Yeah, I like when he starts getting pushed. He starts getting a little more physical with him out. Like, you're Johnny Knoxville. He's like, God damn it. That skit made me laugh so hard. And then he tries to steal the dude's sign outside, and the guy's like, "Quit playing!" Like, that one, I'd forgot about that one. That one got me pretty fucking good last night when I was watching it. Probably one of my other close seconds was this next one. And this is just, I don't know how you have the fucking stones to do this in public. Like is this Dave England? And
this was Dave England, yeah.
Premise is, I guess dude has IBS or some shit, and he's loaded up and he's got a shit. And they keep fucking with him, and they delay him, and he keeps telling them, like, no, like, I got to get out of here, and then he just shits his pants.
It's the nastiest.
The skit is he's going to go into a hardware store and shit into one of the display toilets.
But he doesn't get there the first time, and he shits his pants. And it actually shows him the cameraman's vomiting.
It stinks. And Johnny Knoxville's like, I'm taking a cab home. I'm not riding back in that van.
And Dave England, I wish I could remember the guy's name from Pumping Iron, the one that looks like a big spider.
Yeah.
There's a couple of angles where he reminded me of that dude in the face.
Looks like that dude. Yeah, I can see that for sure. So Dave England goes into this hardware store, sits down with a newspaper in hand, and proceeds to actually take a dump in a toilet that's on display,
like a hardware store display toilet. Yeah,
and he just shits, and the guy's like, "You better be not doing what I think you're doing." He's like, "I'm almost done," and then he's like pulls his pants up and like leaves.
That is disgusting,
man. And it's nasty as hell.
So nasty. I think that the skit itself isn't as funny as him shitting himself in the car.
Yeah.
I think him shitting himself in the car where it went awry because he kept trying to warn him like that he's got to get there. Like, stop fucking with me. I'm serious. Like, is this the worst you've ever had to shit? And he just pulls the van over and just.
Dude, they're trying to punch him. They're trying to make him laugh.
And he's like, "You want to ruin the whole thing?"
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
He's mad, man.
And they ruined it. I was impressed he had another log left because it's like later on that day. I was like,
I know. It was like,
damn, full load again, dude.
Dude, the reset time is impressive. But
the razor sneak attack would fucking piss me off so bad.
Yeah, dude, that's grounds to beat the fuck out of somebody.
That is exactly so. See, we're not too far removed from some of the other normies who didn't like Jackass, right?
Yeah.
Like there are certain things that they would do that just would absolutely like piss you off, and like as Shabak said, they would basically, you'd hear the Jaws music, and they come up behind somebody with a razor and just.
That's a good one.
And you can see it if you look for it. Throughout the movie, you'll see people back in another skit, and there's just a chunk of hair missing.
Yep. Johnny Knoxville especially has a chunk missing out of his head hair one time, like where he got man. So yeah, exactly. Like some of that, man. I'm telling you, like the pranks.
The mousetrap room was pretty good. Didn't they? I think they redid that in Jackass 3.
I think so. Yeah,
but I think it's much funnier.
I don't remember what
the
they
newer
did.
version.
What they did, but this one, like, I just hold on to my dick the entire time this is happening because I'm like, and somebody throws one and it like clips on his dick or
on
something,
his sack or whatever.
Like,
yeah, they throw like a set mousetrap and it hits his crotch, man. Like
this one is just him, like a floor. He's dressed up like a mouse, floor full of mouse traps, like going across it. I mean, it's pretty toothless stuff, but it's funny because he's getting hurt. And then, again, a mousetrap on the balls, it's always going to make me laugh. So, here we are. 20 years later, I'm still laughing at it.
Yeah, all the mousetraps are being set off, man. And it's like, it's just absolute.
It just looks like a fucking nightmare is what it looks like.
Yeah.
Like, that's
yeah.
stuff
You're gonna
that
get
nightmares.
pinched.
You can see his body, too. He's just, like, covered in welts from those things popping up on him and shit.
Yep.
Man, ridiculous, man.
We can skip over the bungee wedgie. Just was kind of a nothing burger. The non-lethal ammo test on Johnny Knoxville is
this is back to his roots now. Like this is like
this is one of the few times where Knoxville gets the shit on his face where he's like.
You can just see the regret.
He is not happy about
especially
having
after
to
the
do
test.
this.
They do the test run or whatever, and he sees how it just rips through the target or whatever. And he's like,
yeah.
And so he says that he was going to take it in the chest, and they told him no because if it hit him in the heart, it'd be done.
It could stop his heart potentially.
Stop his heart and shit.
Non-lethal, my ass, bro.
Yeah, no joke, man.
So he's got like protective stuff over his chest and over his crotch. So it's basically just his belly button is exposed.
And they paint a target.
Yeah. And dude, and it's just nasty as fuck. They show the what happens after it, and they show like 2 days later. It's just this gross.
And again, like you laugh when he's like writhing in pain.
That really hurt. I look like it hurt. Oh, fuck, dude.
But then when he gets up, he's like, you see how my body stopped that? Yeah. Like, that's just instinct. You can't teach that.
Again, like it just him and his one-liners in this or whatever.
Yeah.
Like I said, when he's with Grandpa, God damn it, he tries to old man it up a little bit when he's cursing. Dude, Leave, you laughed at this one, man. It's Wee Man as a traffic cone, and not because of the skit itself, but just because it's in Japan and they don't know what to fucking do when you block the rules.
No, dude. Like, and he like moves. He's just in the way, and he moves in front of like slowly. Like obviously, like he's a little person, so the traffic cone is like sliding and moving, and like he gets in front of like an escalator. And you can just tell the Japanese people's faces are like, what the hell am I supposed to do? They're like trying to get around him. It's so...
We did this... I did this shit at the theater. I don't remember what it was. If it was a cone or something, like a door was broken or whatever. But there was like another cone or something somewhere. It may have been like a mop bucket or something that said caution. But, like, it was on one side of the theater, so you wouldn't go in through the other door. So I put one in the other door because there's only two going in. And then there's just this massive humanity because no one knows, like, what they're supposed to do. And it was those little things in the movie theater that kept me alive. Like, it delayed somebody's movie-going experience for about 5 minutes. But to me, I was like, oh yeah, sorry, that's not supposed to be there. Like, and I was the one that put it there. But, like, yeah, little things like that.
Who put that there?
Who did this?
Once I told him 1,000,000 times. These numbers do not add up.
Who did this to us? God damn it, I'm here on business!
Oh.
One of my favorite things, I'm going to derail it just very quickly. Bro, like, one of my favorite things that we did in the theater was when we had that freaking potato gun, bro. And I know what you're thinking. No, we didn't shoot each other with it, mostly. But here's the thing. We tried. It was too powerful, right? But one of my favorite things is we would late at night one time we took it and like just aimed it straight in the air and like fired it like straight like the potato straight up, and like Bill Jones and Chris and some of the other guys like had catcher's mitts and like they were trying to catch it, like the potato like as it was coming down. And I mean, when I tell you it was coming down fast as fuck because it was so high in the air,
dude.
They were trying to.
And it was great as like it was definitely Jackass inspired. We had these little kid mitts that we had bought at Walmart because it's the only ones we could afford. So they're like those plastic, like teeny tiny, like $3 ones. And so like we're like under it looking up in the dark night sky because it's like 1 o'clock in the morning. And dude, there was once or twice that I was like looking, and then like 3 feet to my right, something just like boom, and explodes and gets potato all over me. And I was
by the time you heard hissing, it was like too late. And I remember Bill Jones, one of our friend Bill, he was like, it's coming down so fast, like it's so scary, dude. And we were trying to catch
we did a lot of those. I think we allegedly maybe shot some poster cases with it too. But
we probably blasted.
It went through them allegedly. The best one too with the potato gun that we used to do on top of the theater roof is it would be in the middle of a rush, and you would aim it straight up, and then you're on the roof, so no one can see you. All they hear is like the
lawn dart,
and you're basically shooting at customers' cars.
Oh man!
And we never hit any. But, the potential was there.
It was there, dude.
I didn't mind it.
We also did with the couches. I know Chris probably remembers this with the couch jousting because the floor was polished to smooth, and the couches would just slide easily. So we got.
So you would take one couch on either end. There's like 2 love seats. And then, like, 2 people would be pushing. One person had, like, a broomstick and a trash can lid. And you would push them as hard as you could against each other. And they just collide and shoot the people at each other. Like, there's no winning that.
I did it in my wheelchair.
You did do it in your
I was
wheelchair.
one of the champions.
I think you broke your fucking wheelchair.
I did, yeah. I actually broke the front of my footrest, and I had a pop. Okay, so as a shield, I had a popcorn like warmer lid, which was like this big square thing. It had a handle.
Stainless steel.
Yeah, stainless steel.
Also had jagged edges everywhere. Yeah, that too.
And we were like, someone was like pushing me fast as hell, in the chair, and the other person was sliding the couch, and we were like crashing it together, dude.
I forgot about that. Yeah,
that was a fun one.
Good
and I
times,
guess
man.
Since this one's not going to make it on the podcast, I think now is a perfect time to talk about our Patreon for those that didn't hear that last clip.
Yeah, so Patreon, man, guys, be sure to go check out our Patreon. If you haven't already seen, we have a lovely commercial that we just dropped on all of our socials for Patreon. Shadwick headed that one up. That's pretty solid.
Hi, I'm Sarah Mycock, and please say you'll be the answer for an innocent podcast that's suffering right now. Join the Be Kind, Let's Rewind Patreon to help keep alive the nostalgia podcast that nobody asked for.
Get your spectral sock out, nerds. It's gonna get good.
Shout out to Sarah McCocken for helping us out on that.
Yeah,
so
she helps out the less fortunate podcast.
We're growing every day on there, man. We've got bonus episodes. Got Shadwick dropping his doodles. Me and Leaf doing video game watch-alongs. bonus episodes,
wrestling stuff, man. We had a lot of viewers from the wrestling podcast.
Something to wrestle, man. So all the new viewers, like I do, those that don't know, like 20-something years, I did regionally and locally wrestling. So I drop any knowledge, not a lot of it, but there's some in there that I learned. And me and my buddy Nish from Sleepy Dads does some stuff. Me and my homeboy Phil will do some retro wrestling things. So
it all makes sense. You're a virgin.
Exactly. So we've got all kinds of, if you dig what we do with video games, dude, it's going to be on there pretty much going forward. If you like any of the wrestling stuff, most of that'll be on there. And any stuff that's, not going to really, fuck up our algorithm, more or less, right? So, like,
please.
we're going to do one on Mandela Effect. We're going to do one, like, talking about personal stunts we used to do as a kid. We've got all these episodes. Those are going to be exclusive to Patreon. So, man, go check it out. Be Kind, Let's Rewind at Patreon. Link in the bio, hopefully, on whatever you're watching. So, check us out, man. And, dude, the top tier, $4.99 a month.
Well, why you do it then, baby Billy? Well, because I'm selfless.
So, dude, let's go back to
Ryan Dunn fighting a girl, dude. It doesn't sound too bad of a skit, right?
Ryan Dunn fighting Blanca from Street Fighter.
Dude,
Sagat.
Dude, this one did not end well for him. She was a kickboxing champion that he's fighting.
Japanese double K world lightweight women's kickboxing.
Did you see lightweight my ass? Look,
did you
those
see
fucking quads on that chick?
Did you see the fucking bag move when she's kicking that thing?
Oh, you're in so much trouble.
Oh, Ryan.
The power she's generating. And you can tell, like, he's like, I feel like a lot of the times, like, he's just wanting her to hit him because, like, that's the skit, right? Like, he's not throwing, like, as hard as he can, I feel like, and going all in. He's waiting, and, dude, when he pulls out his mouthpiece and it's just full of blood,
yeah.
I was like, dude, she rocked
And you
his
knew it.
shit.
Anyone that knew kickboxing knew as soon as he got one of those to the body from one of those leg shots.
I was going to say, she KO'd him with that shin to the body.
It looks, dude, her legs were, Shadwick's right, her legs were like tree trunks. And she kicks him so hard, you see him double over, and I'm just like,
she sets it up. It's like she punches him in the face, so he like leans back, exposes everything, and exposes that tender underbelly.
And she did not miss, man. Drops him, and that's pretty funny. It's just funny again because he gets his ass kicked. It wasn't as funny as the other boxing match in this later on, but this next one, Leaf. You had something to say about this, the old nighttime panda party.
The nighttime panda party was, so Chris and I were watching it, we were laughing. I was like, dude, pandas are Chinese. Like, what is this? I didn't understand.
They're in Japan.
They're in Japan, and I was like, but pandas are like in China. Like, why are they dressed up like that? I thought it was just their retarded ignorance, but Chris evidently found out differently. Like,
yeah. It's what's his name, the drummer dude, right? Like he came up. What was his name?
You're talking about Loomis Fall from
so
the drummer
he came
from
with
Wax.
this idea to do this panda skit, and everybody liked him, and like this was going to be his excuse to go, I guess, with them to Japan. And no one had the heart to tell him that pandas are Chinese, not Japanese. So that's how this skit ends up. I mean, it's kind of a nothing burger, other than like seeing.
It is, except for the fact that like so they're playing the classic "I'm Turning Japanese" song. And dude, I don't know what about this skit like I really love, because they're in panda suits, they're running around in Japan causing all kinds of havoc. But the difference is the Japanese people, like, you see their faces, like they're laughing.
Right.
They're laughing at sort of a lot of the hijinks and a lot of the stuff that they do. And I don't know, there's something like really fun and innocent about that.
Kind of wholesome. Yeah.
It is. It's really wholesome that, that they're running around like having a good time in this other country. And I remember vividly, this is probably one of the one times I desperately wanted to go to Japan with my boys, because I was like, dude, running around and having a good time and not necessarily causing havoc, but just being with your friends and just doing fun things in another country looked so good, man.
Oh, dude, that was just looks like a bunch of fun. And then you looked up how much flights were to Japan, and I was like, I'm making $5.15 an hour at the movie theater. It turns out can't afford that. So
no chance, dude.
Yeah.
Nothing's handicap accessible, so it's like
You got a problem with my legs?
No, you've got a problem with your legs. Either that or you're just lazy.
Roller Disco, Leaf, take it away, man.
Dude, Roller Disco has the boys. Obviously, they set up a 70s style roller rink. For those who remember, I mean, I'm old enough to remember. They set it up in the back of a semi truck. They have like streamers. They
like
have
a box truck, right?
Yeah, it's like a big, it's like a
moving truck.
Moving truck, yeah.
Moving
Like
truck. Yeah, it's
U-Haul,
massive semi. And they attempt to have this like roller rink set up. They've got like a disco ball, and they're dressed in costumes.
Lights.
Meanwhile, Preston Lacey like is driving the truck, and he's like in this like no undershirt, like just his belly hanging out.
Like he's a bouncer to the club or some shit.
He's a bouncer to the club, and he's driving the truck, and the whole scene is just him swerving in an empty parking lot. And in the back, the guys are just like...
They're all on roller skates, so when it starts, they're skating in a circle like you would in a regular skating rink. He starts the truck up, and then it immediately shows them.
He's just doing donuts in the Lone Pine Mall parking lot.
You're gonna see some serious shit.
They're slamming against
Dude, and one of the funniest ones is I think it's Bam it's going and he slams on the brake. You just see Bam go like his head would always jerk all weird like when he hit shit like that
and
one.
Then Preston opens up at the very end, and they're all just like fucked up leg there. They can't even stand any longer. They got...
I think it's Steve. It was like,
God, this party sucks.
They always had a tagline though. It's good writing.
Speaking of Steve-O, the next one is the Wasabi Snooters. Dude.
This one stayed with me. Anytime I would think of Jackass 1, I would think of Wasabi Snooters for whatever freaking reason.
I wonder why that was the one, man.
I don't know. It looked like the most painful thing I'd ever seen in my life.
So I guess he's in Japan, so he can't get any Coke, so he's really needing to put something up his nose.
He needed a pick-me-up.
So today I'm gonna treat myself to some wasabi snooters.
You know?
So he sits down at this like sushi bar, and he's like,
"Hey, my man, wasabi, lots."
Something I noticed last night is that dude reaches in with his hand.
Yeah.
And I was like, I hope he washes his fucking hand. Like,
I mean, he doesn't scratch his nose. Yeah.
Yeah, rub his eye or something.
Yeah.
It's really important to note that really important to note that like this is not there's a gigantic difference between American wasabi and Japanese wasabi.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure that shit will fucking destroy you.
Yeah, wasabi. Japanese wasabi is like Japanese horseradish grated directly like from the plant. Like there's no and it is potent. And
it'll fuck you up.
It's different, and yeah, Steve-O snorts that straight up his nostrils twice. Both nostrils.
And he's so funny when he's gagging, and I don't know why, and it's probably because I've heard him gag so many times, like in the show. But as soon as he does it and he starts gagging, and then he like gets this determined ass look on his face to do another line, he's like, no, gotta do another one. He does like the other nose, and then he just starts vomiting on the sushi. Picks up another one, puts it on his fist, and he's like,
"I need to pick you up."
It doesn't
just need a little bump.
Yeah, dude.
That had to be so freaking painful.
I don't know how the fuck he did that, dude. That shit was that one's bad.
The sumo chase, it always cracks me up because it's
same.
They do several of these. I thought there was more in this movie, but I guess
it's in like Jackass 2 and 3. They did a lot of them.
But they always pair up Wee Man and Preston because they're the smallest and the biggest.
The size
and they dress they dress them up,
Sumo
accordingly.
Wrestlers, yeah.
And this one, they're the sumo wrestlers, and they're just like running down this busy street. Yeah. And what's so funny, I think, to me, is they're both running as fast as they possibly can, which is not very fast.
And it's like, it's just out of nowhere. It's this fat guy in a sumo. It's this like small person. And they did this all throughout the show. But when it's in a different country, in a different setting, it's so much funnier. And this one is it's one of those too. It's a quick hit. Like it's like it cuts and it's just him chasing Wee Man, and you immediately lose your shit. Like
it's the fat guy chasing the little person.
Yeah,
like
always.
and he's running like away from this gigantic guy, and like the people in Japan are a bunch of them aren't even noticing. They're just like letting them run past them. And I don't know, there's something
is
about
this the one
awkward.
where he's like, "Come here, you little bastard"?
Yeah. He's just running after him, man. I don't know. It's funny as shit, man. We'll skip ahead, man, to me and Shadwick's little crush in this old April Margera when she comes home and she finds an actual alligator in her fucking kitchen. This is dangerous, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand how this is like you just sign off on to do this.
And remember, at the beginning of the movie, Bam said at some point before this movie's over, I'm going to get my mom to say fuck.
Right, because he said, "Can we cuss in this?" And he said, "Yeah, I'll get my mom to say fuck." Like, and so she looks. The alligator's not moving. Then all of a sudden, it like hisses, and she's like, "What? Like,
is that thing real?
Is it real? Is it real?"
She calls for Phil, and like his ass finally lumbers in. He's like, "What's going on? Huh?" And he's like staring at it. It hisses.
She yells at him for a second for him just not even going to the kitchen when he got home. Like she's mad that he didn't check shit out. Like because they know their son's filming.
That is the scariest fucking thing I ever saw in my whole life.
Anyway, this one is just funny for that. You get the F word, and
she does say the F word.
It's mission accomplished. And the skit after that is one that will just neuter you. We won't go deep into it, but they're just paper cutting each other, and it sucks.
Yeah, man.
With construction
actually,
paper,
I don't know if you guys can see this or not, but I actually got a nice one today.
Nice. Pushing too many pencils.
So Johnny Knoxville was like, I'm going to get paper cuts in the web between my fingers and toes. Dude. And they've got like one of those like fold over manila folders.
Yeah.
And like an envelope. And this like every time they rake it across there, my dick just turns inside out, man. It's like,
and then you flash back to last week, and you're like, "Oh wait, did you fuck me? Fuck me hard."
Bro, I can't stand to watch that skit.
Yeah, that shit sucks. So we won't touch on that one too much. But I do have some inside info on the next one. I think it's called "Sweaty Fat Fucks" or whatever it is.
It is.
It's Bam Margera, Tony Hawk, Matt Hoffman. There's some cool fucking shots in this.
I love
but
this skit.
They're all in fat suits or whatever. Apparently Hoffman got fucked up doing this. I think he got knocked out and broke his wrist or something.
In your face, you get
Bam definitely got fucked up in this one. I think even the skateboard looks like it hits his face like at the very end of this.
He's laying on the ground. It like pops him like in the mouth
or whatever. Like, but aside from that, they're on half pipes and shit, or they're doing like in a little indoor skate park doing some cool shit. But the shot where all three of them are on the ramp, and like it's Hoffman on the bike, like Tony Hawk on the skateboard, and they're doing all these cool tricks and shit. It looked fucking awesome.
These are the legends back then. I know all y'all probably know who Tony Hawk is.
I mean,
listening
these
to the
guys,
podcast, but
these guys have video games made after them.
For sure.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
Yes, they do. And so like this is a fun scene like for Bam, Tony Hawk, and Matt Hoffman, dude.
And injuries aside, they don't really like go in on the injuries or say like what happened, but you had to kind of do some digging for it, man. But the injuries that were completely disclosed to us are in this next skit, Shadwick, if you want to take that one away.
I'm Johnny Knoxville.
And I'm Butterbean.
Today we're going to do a little boxing.
Yeah, man. Did you guys ever watch Butterbean fight back in the day?
Absolutely.
We always did. Me and my dad, we're big boxing fans, and Butterbean is just he looked like a Butterbean, you know. Always wore the American flag trunks and went out and just swung hard. You might hit something.
He was so famous back then, dude.
And he was actually like pretty good boxer. Like he was just a bigger guy, so it was but he was more or less like kind of a prize fighter. Like he's gonna go specialty events and shit. If you guys are wrestling fans joining us, he's the one that knocked Bart Gunn out in WrestleMania, almost took his head completely off of his body. So
he had the natural ability to punch harder than take punches than a lot of other human beings out there.
So naturally, Johnny Knoxville's going to fight him in a department store.
Well, of course.
And so they have a couple like little short rounds, and it's basically Johnny Knoxville. Is this where it shows Johnny like getting ready, and he does his like kind of
he like pops him with like a effeminate like.
I think Ryan Dunn did that too.
Ryan Dunn did.
Yeah,
okay,
maybe when he was hitting the punching bag like to warm up, but yeah,
basically, I mean, Butterbean just whips his ass,
and he falls down a few times, like because Johnny Knoxville's trying to cover up his head, so his punches are so powerful when he hits him in the body, or even when he's guarding, like the force is knocking him down until.
Hit me once, lose. There you go.
The hands really aren't up, and he finally gets like a clean shot, and I don't know if Johnny hits his head on the.
He did
on the table or whatever it was, like in the department store.
It's like a display case, yeah. So he gets knocked out clean, like. He's laying there snoring.
Yeah, and if I was gonna say, if you've ever known anybody that gets knocked out, when you get knocked out like that, like you are in deep sleep right there. Like, a chance of swallowing your mouthpiece and shit. So.
So awful.
They wake him up and he's like,
Butterbean okay?
And then they take him to the hospital.
And he's like,
apparently I have a big gash in my head and I think I'm a little concussed.
He's got his head wrapped around.
Oh,
The
doctor's like, you're gonna feel awful for the next 24 hours or whatever. They stitch him up or whatever. It's
24 years.
It shows it.
It's terrible, man. So let's go all the way down to this one that shouldn't be as funny as it is. I guess they're in Japan. Or maybe they're just on a hotel. I don't know where they're at, but they decide they're going to start shooting bottle rockets from different areas. So in his mouth, up his ass, this kid don't care. So I'm telling you, dude, Steve-O is shooting them out like of his thong first, and they're just bottle rockets, and so they're singeing him like balls and shit where they're shooting off. But the funny shit is Pontius wraps his dick up in whatever he wraps it up in, and they tie a rope to the bottle rocket. Which you can't show any of this, but it's just his dick being pulled by a bottle rocket,
it's
flopping around
as the rocket tries to shoot off.
Tries to get away from his dick.
I vividly remember seeing this in the theater now, because that right there, like, ended my life. How ridiculously stupid that fucking was, man.
Not us, right?
Yeah,
not
yeah,
us.
no, not us. No. It was only Chris Pontius, not us, buddy, man.
No, not us. That's why it was funny to me. I'm just like, is that what it's like? Like, it's amazing, dude.
Yeah.
Like, it's
is that
so
what it's
funny.
like to be? Is that what it's like to be packing? Crazy.
It's just ridiculous how stupid that this skit is.
And it's it's a late at night. They're like, fuck it, let's like think of something, and then they thought of that, and they had fireworks, and they did it. That part is just funny as shit to me, man. So we'll skip ahead to one of Leaf's favorite, where Phil, you just see Bam set up a camera in the bathroom, give it the thumbs up, leave the bathroom. Phil comes back in to take a shit.
His fat as fuck dad comes in and just like pulls down his, like, you don't see anything even in the, like, he just like sits on the toilet. He's got like a newspaper. Y'all remember that, by the way? Chris,
dude, yeah, we're reading a newspaper or magazine on the toilet.
Yeah, magazine, dude. Like, that's the old school stuff.
I had a stack of like Iron Man and Muscle and Fitness.
Oh, nice.
Yes, exactly.
Some other ones hid inside the Muscle and Fitness.
Entertain yourself. To entertain yourself while you were on the toilet with no cell phone that hadn't been invented yet.
But
so
Bam busts in. And he proceeds to just violently wail with no purpose or reckless abandon. It's just a blur. Dad. It's like Tasmanian devil blur of him punching his dad, rips his shirt off.
Full sizzling naked, his dad's yelling at him. He's like, Bam, stop.
You're crazy. You're getting crazy with this stuff.
You're losing it, Bam. And then like a second goes by, he's like,
hey, but it's toilet paper!
And he's like, "Where's the toilet paper?"
Yeah, and then he's asking April to bring him some toilet paper. And that's how this scene ends. That's just funny, man.
I never got tired. I still laugh to this very day. Watching Bam Margera.
Quick one on this one, the golf course air horn thing that they were doing that was pretty fucking funny.
Yeah,
apparently
they piss those people off so
those
bad.
two dudes, they ended up having to they wouldn't sign the waiver. And so they ended up having to take those dudes out for free drinks and shit to sweeten the deal. And they finally I guess signed the waiver after they kind of explained what they were doing. But yeah, they're just basically in people's backswing. They're blowing a horn. If anyone listened to Adam Sandler's Stan and Judy Kid, that's how the champion lost.
Yep.
And the Leaf, you want to take the next to last one with the burglars here?
Yeah, we're winding it down now with the last few skits. This whole movie is just a big pile of
again, apologize how we had to do this, but this is the only way we can do it. Hopefully we can put in as many clips and things that we can.
I think we can. I think this one's actually going to work for it can be a lot more clip heavy, I think, than some of the other stuff with music. Although there is a lot of punk rock music and
avoid that,
fun.
guys.
You're going to have to, because dude, it actually gives this movie a really good feel, some of the background
gives you
music.
that decade feel, man. It gives you that early 2000s, 90s feel.
If you guys haven't watched this in a while, I want to highly encourage it. You are a fan of the Jackass and what they do, and you're not one of the haters. I respect it if you don't, because I said in the earlier, a lot of people, it's just was the pranks and the goofy, nonsensical self-harm shit, just not for y'all. But if you enjoy this kind of thing, dude, this is a banger.
It's on Paramount Plus right now. Just go back and watch it. Good shit, man.
This next one is Johnny Knoxville and Bam Margera. Basically, they're burglars. It's called The Burglars, and they stage a diamond heist gone wrong. And it takes place, I guess, and obviously this is they had permission before, because they
takes place at a diamond exchange.
I think so, our Snatch episode. Yeah, dude. These guys are dealing with diamonds, and you see these three employees.
What do I know about diamonds?
Yeah.
I know about diamonds. And so, they're sitting, these three employees or whatever are sitting there, just doing their job as normal. They're, on computers. They're just, hanging out. And Bam Margera and Johnny Knoxville.
Oh, God!
Through that drop ceiling.
Through the drop ceiling. And they fall on the ground, obviously, in this stunt. And they're and Bam Margera's
fuck! Get the diamond!
This black dude fucking gets up and just starts running, and he just doesn't stop running.
The camera cuts to the outside of the exchange.
He's still running.
He's running as fast as he
He's
possibly
running a
can.
440 down the street, man. He's
He
nowhere to
doesn't
be
stop.
found.
The other retarded white guys are are you guys okay? It's they could be armed.
They're all in burglar gear, too. They're fucking
black masks. And obviously they grab as many of the diamonds as they can, and they run out, and they're laughing. But you can hear the cameraman when the black guy runs out just bust out laughing because he starts running down the street. That guy's not playing around. Later on in the cut scenes, they bring the black guy back. They had to go and get him, dude.
Yeah, they're are you okay? They're making sure he's cool or whatever, and he's
it's just a prank.
Laughing. But
I love that scene, dude.
They bring it home, in my opinion, with the perfect one here is the premise is kind of fucking dumb, but this again is it's them pranking someone else, but they're really pranking themselves more than they're pranking the other person, right?
They have to go to extremes, and this may be one of the most legendary, probably skits they've ever done.
Right.
Definitely for this movie, this is one of the most standout.
So
skits.
Ryan Dunn is going to take a Matchbox car, put it inside a condom, lube it up, and then, much like Christopher Walken, shove it up his ass. And so the gag is he's going to go to a doctor to get an X-ray. And so it's also like a pediatrician or something. So they're just going to do an X-ray because he thinks he hurt his tailbone. So he tells the pediatrician, he's partying with these frat guys. I kind of passed out and I woke up. I think I fell and broke my tailbone though. And he's like, yeah, we'll get you an X-ray or whatever. And the first one they show is the old lady that takes the X-ray, and she's looking at it, and she is just disgusted at what she sees. Takes it to the doctor. What accent is this, by the way, that this doctor is? We'll have to put in clips of what he says, but he's looking at it, and he's like, what is that?
I have no idea.
That's not part of you. That's something extra.
I would have known if I ate that. No, you won't be able to swallow that.
It's like, no.
This is my favorite part is
maybe you stuck it up your ass.
right before they're translating what he's saying, whatever language he's speaking, he's called somebody. I guess it's another doctor. Yeah, and the doctor's like, I don't know if he's conferring with him or telling him. He was just like, and the translation is so funny. He's like, yeah, these guys passed out. They were having sex with each other. Like, it was like a wild party. Like, he's describing, he's like, he ended up with like a Matchbox car up his ass. I've never seen anything like this. Like, he's explaining it. And so when Ryan Dunn confronts him, Ryan Dunn's like, and he's literally got this thing like in his ass. Like, why is
he's still like having to walk around and shit with this in here. And he talks to him, and finally the doctor like breaks down. He's like, well, can you help get it out? He's like, I'm a pediatrician. I don't do that here. Like, he's like, you have to go somewhere else for that. What does he say? He says like,
you just go to the doctor. You don't talk to anybody. You have a girlfriend or to the boyfriend or to work. You don't tell nobody, right? He already knows. That's too many people.
Giving him all this advice, like telling him, you don't need to tell anybody about what's happened to you. Like,
and the X-ray is so perfect.
It's just a Matchbox car.
You see his skeletal system, and there's just this car.
The doctor's like,
Peter, I'm a pediatrician. Have you noticed you're sitting on a fire truck?
Dude, he walks out, and so he's got to go back, and the doctor tells him like he's not going to be able to pass it, and he's just like, so Ryan Dunn evidently does pass it, as you see at the very end. But I did find out they actually were going to film. I guess they had a doctor there too to help with the first part of it and like whatever it had to do to get it out or whatever. Like, but I think he just pooped it out. But anyway, they couldn't show it going in because it would be a NC-17 rating if they did that. So they had to make sure, like, it's just weird shit that we allow in movies and shit that we don't, which I'm glad, but like,
yeah, that scene where he's putting it in is like really funny too, because like Manny Puech is there for some reason, the animal handler guy.
Well, in case there's a crocodile around.
He was the consultant.
You see, like Ryan Dunn just like smattering lube on himself, like getting it ready.
I'm gonna stick my finger up his butt. That's what's gonna piss him off.
Yeah. Screw. Dude. So that's basically how the freaking movie ends. Is this doctor freaking out. I thought that was perfect. I mean, of course, at the end they have their. They have the B-roll, they kind of roll to the Jackass theme, and then they have this epic Jackass 60 years later where it's everybody as old men. Yeah, that's kind of funny. And you do have, what is it, Rip Taylor that's at the very end when Johnny Knoxville does the
legendary Rip Taylor. Yeah, he like fires a little gun. It says, it's like a Joker gun. It says the end. Yeah, and he's like throwing. Yeah, he's doing his Rip Taylor like classic bit, and
that's basically like how it ends. Like I said, they do the Jackass 60 years from now. It's just more or less another reason for them to get blown up or whatever. Like, and more money spent on that, man. But I did find out, dude, Steve-O said they only made like, I forgot like what it was, like maybe $60,000 for this, like each person, or at least Steve-O only got like 55 or 65 grand.
Yeah.
The movie, I don't know if we like went over it, but I think the movie made like 200 and something million.
We didn't go over it. Yeah. The movie itself was filmed for a budget of $5 million. It made 79.5, so nearly $80 million.
And then it made like a bunch more in DVDs and all that other shit too.
Yeah.
Not to mention the franchise, but anyway, they didn't get paid dick for this. But I mean, I guess you're hanging out with your friends. For a couple of months, getting paid $60,000, I'd probably take it.
At the time, they were probably happy to have blow through that money instantly. But dude, it's
especially the word blow.
Yeah.
So, all right, man, we'll do a two-parter here because I got to ask, like, from the movie Jackass, who is your favorite star of the first Jackass? And I'll go first. I'm gonna go with Ryan Dunn, man.
I feel like I have to shit my ass.
He's my MVP in this movie. Just basically with the last skit alone with the car. Leaf, if you had to pick an MVP, man, who's your MVP?
Oh, man, I mean, I think I got to go with Johnny Knoxville, man.
I don't know. Apparently I have a big gash in my head, and I think I'm a little concussed.
I feel like a lot of his like deliveries and a lot of the skits, and he's throughout the movie, like even in the background of other people doing skits, his laughs real infectious. Like he seems to be among everyone doing this, he seems to be having the most fun. Yeah, and I really admire that, and that actually carries this movie. If you've not seen it, like it really does remind me of us, like having a good time. Like Johnny Knoxville is having the best time almost out of anybody in the group, and I actually agree with you. Like Ryan Dunn is an MVP, definitely. Yeah. But dude, I really like Johnny Knoxville, man.
Shadwick, man, what do you got?
Yeah, I have to agree with Leaf. Like.
Hi, I'm Johnny Knoxville, and this is called the Rent-A-Car Crash-Up Derby.
Johnny Knoxville is he's the ringleader, and you know, he's pushing the narrative the whole time, and you know, I've said it, Leaf just said it too, that infectious laugh just
gets you every time.
Yeah.
It gets you every time. All right, man. So from the movie Jackass, what is your favorite stunt? And I'll go first, and mine is...
Wait a minute. I know what my fortune is. It's partying.
Dude, give me Party Boy all day, every day. Leaf, man, what do you got?
Man, I gotta go for the car toy up the anus.
You just go to the doctor, you don't talk to anybody, you have a girlfriend or to the boyfriend or to whatever. You don't tell nobody, right? He already knows that's too many people.
We can take that one out of context for future episodes. Shadwick, man, bring us home, dude.
I've got to go with the department store boxing with Butterbean.
Hit me once, and lose. There you go.
just for the nostalgia of Butterbean himself, and then like I said, that line after the fact where he's like, "Is Butterbean okay?"
Guys, man, thank you so much for joining this one. If you haven't already, please like, subscribe. Audio listeners, hit us with that 5-star. More importantly, man, tell your friends, dude. Visit our Patreon and all those fun things. We can't tell you how much you mean to us. Thank you for tuning in every single week, man.
Cheers.
We'll keep doing them as long as you're listening, baby. And with that, take it over to our Norm Macdonald clip of the week.
Well, according to a new Entertainment Weekly poll, 72% of their readers say they would not be offended if a TV show lead character were gay. Though that figure shrinks to 1% when these same readers are reminded that being gay can involve anal sex.